Imagine visiting Portugal for the first time, and you find a beautiful spot to park. Imagine taking a walk across the cliff tops. Imagine the sound of the waves crashing to the shore. Imagine the sound of seagulls in the distance. Imagine taking a deep breath, and your nose is enchanted by the scent of
shit! Exactly. Shit. That's what I found just a few meters from the place that we're parked right now in Cabo do São Vicente, Portugal. So this video comes out, it wants to be a way to explain maybe some kind of van life etiquette, and I felt entitled to do this video for two reasons mainly. The first one is the history that we have as Westphalia digital nomads, the fact that we are full-timers, travel and living and working from our van from 2012. And the second reason is that I really don't like to be blamed for somebody else's bad behavior. Yesterday, Mel spoke with a local Portuguese woman here in Sagres, and it's true that in the last couple of years our community grew exponentially. We see the difference. 3 years ago we visited Portugal for the first time, and we were pretty much, I would say, alone. This year, 2018, there's a lot of vans and camper vans, especially during the holidays, the Christmas holidays. So it's really good that our community grow, but create problems, and especially the main problems. There are three main aspects that I would like to include in these kind of tips and advice for maybe people that want to leave the van life and travel in the van, or even people that already started, but maybe the problem is not everybody has the word respect in their vocabulary, and not everybody have the respect in the DNA. So why not to speak about these things? So the first complaint from the woman was exactly about places that became public toilets. When we started, it didn't take so much to figure out in which way, and an easy way for us to not leave traces behind us. That's the most important things. I don't want to mention here in which way you should do, but the important factor is that you will not leave papers and your own shit in these places. Every time I give the example, think of the opposite. Think if I personally come in your backyard and I take a poo in your backyard and I leave the paper on top of my poo. I don't think that will be in any way nice for you to see that in the morning. And it's not nice for me to see it here. And for sure it's not nice for local people. It's really easy for me to think that this place where we stand now and where we are parked now, it's a private property. Who owns this place? Well, anybody. So this is our own planet, this is our own land, and we should just respect it. Simply that. So the second complaint from the woman was about parking. With so many camper vans, big ones and small ones, that think that they're kings of the parking, so they just park where they want, in the way they want, and they don't care about other people that can use the parking. Especially during the summer, it could be even bigger problems because you don't have only the tourists, you also have the locals that would like to enjoy the beach and they would like to find a proper parking in a parking lot. So there's a good way probably and a bad way as well for parking. So I think it's not difficult to figure out which one is the good way. It's just a matter of common sense. And the last complaint from the woman was about many of us, many people from our community that visit a country and don't help in any way the local community. That's really important, especially if you want to keep it in a nice way for the future. So helping the local communities means to buy maybe fresh products in the local markets and be part of the local community, just to give back to the local community because they're kind enough to allow us to stay and to enjoy their country. And this will raise, I would say, a nice way of exchange between the tourists, because we still are tourists, and the local community. So now, for example, in Portugal, the local police and the local community were trying to come up with some new laws because the situation became a little bit too much for them. For places that are ruined and destroyed by the paper and by the shit that is around, and for the parking, especially here in this part of Portugal called Costa Vicentina, that is a natural park and should be preserved. And of course, in order to maintain a good business around tourism, not just being sucked by the tourists, but also to get something from them. It seems really stupid that every time the local enforcement have to think about new laws, because it takes nothing just to simply respect the place we visit. We love to use the hashtag home is where you park it and not the hashtag home is where you dump it. So it's just a matter of common sense, and a good way it's not just to spread these on the social media, but as we normally do, if we see something that is not correct, we just go there and speak to the people in a polite way. We don't want to be aggressive, we don't want to create any drama. We just speak up to the people and let them know that what they're doing and the way they behave is not correct, because it will reflect also on us, and we don't want them. And most of the time is just shaking hands and everything is fine and people understand. Because again, maybe not everybody was raised with such kind of respect for the planet and for the place we visit. So just, keep in mind these few things and that we can call etiquette, and just enjoy your travel.